What do I say? What? You know, when you feel like somebody takes your soul out of your body and then beats it down with a bat continuously? That's how I feel right now. I feel like somebody has taken my body and beaten it into the ground, is the best way I can describe this feeling right now. How do you describe losing 2 games at home? 2 games that you could have won at home. It's unbelievable. There are so many reasons why the Knicks lost game 2. You want to point out Pascal Siakam and his 39 points? Go ahead. We can do that. You want to point out the amount of open threes we allowed Indiana to take and their 3-point shooting percentage? Sure, we can talk about that. You want to talk about what they were doing in transition? We can talk about that. You want to talk about the extra possessions they were getting in the fourth quarter? Sure, we can talk about that. But there's something else to talk about, right? 9-minute mark of the fourth quarter, Karl-Anthony Towns exits the game. We don't see Towns again till what, about 2 minutes and change? And at that point, he does nothing. Nothing. So essentially, Tom Thibodeau benched Karl-Anthony Towns, your all-star, in probably what is the most pivotal stretch of basketball you could have probably played. Now, Mitchell Robinson deserved to be out there. We need him out there. Karl-Anthony Towns was essentially benched by Tom Thibodeau. And a large part of that, some people are saying it was because of foul trouble. He wasn't really in foul trouble. I think he had 3 fouls. So he could have played. He wasn't in the game because Tom Thibodeau would rather have Mitchell Robinson in the game versus Karl-Anthony Towns. And I think he showed you that tonight with the lineup choices that he made. And I don't know if it affected Towns or not, but when he came back, like I said, into the game, he looked a little bit disconnected, like he wasn't engaged as heavily in the game as he was prior to going to the bench. Now, I don't know if anything happened. I have no idea. But what I know is it is not good right now for New York. Karl-Anthony Towns essentially benched. Jalen Brunson needs more help. Mikal Bridges was having a great second half, but it's still not good enough because we're not getting the contributions when we need them, especially late in the quarters, late in the game. Sometimes it's too much hero ball, and we are not moving the ball enough. Sometimes it's just Jalen Brunson attacking and attacking and attacking. And listen, I love JB. You guys know that. You watch this channel. You know how I feel about Jalen Brunson. I think I got to say it, though. That final shot, that final possession when they're running up court, I get it. You want to just get a shot up. But that wasn't the best shot to take. Not that shot. You want to move the ball up a little bit. You want to move the ball around a little bit. You want to try to get the best shot possible so that way you can try to do something. Taking a long 3 like that didn't help the Knicks. I thought it hurt us. We're talking about the closing moments of game 2. You're trailing and you're not putting in another player who can get you threes, stretch the floor, take the defense away from maybe a Jalen Brunson, away from the paint so you're getting easier buckets. Or maybe he can draw a double team and have somebody open for a 3. I think that decision of keeping Karl-Anthony Towns on the bench and not putting him into the closing lineup like normally he is part of the closing lineup, like Tom Thibodeau should have done, was a major reason why the Knicks lost game 2. But as I said, we're going to break it all down here today. If you guys are already not subscribed to the channel, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button and make sure you have notifications on as well, too. So that way, anytime we go live or I drop a video or I drop a short, whatever content I'm dropping nowadays, you'll get notified of it. You can go, you can react to it, you can watch it and engage with it. And I try my best to get back to you as well, too. And all I ask, the only favor I ask of Knicks Nation is that you just hit that subscribe button for your boy. I appreciate you guys. Now, without further ado, let's break down this game because we got to break down this game. So let's get started. The Knicks drop game 2 to the Indiana Pacers. His defense was a reason why we lost. Him not playing in the fourth quarter of the closing minutes. Your all-star. By the way, he made all NBA third team today. Congratulations. Where was he in the final moments? You're telling me not playing your all-star in the final moments of a game 2, a pivotal game, is not a reason you lose the game? That's the reason you lose the game. It's essentially saying, I don't need my all-star right now. No, you do. What do? You sub out Josh Hart and you put in Karl-Anthony Towns. That's the move you make. That move right there might help New York stay in this game. Maybe take the lead. We don't know because we didn't do it. And I still have no idea why. Does anybody know why? Does anybody know why Karl-Anthony Towns was benched? Besides the fact that his defense wasn't that great and he was a net negative when he was on the floor for New York? Because other than that, that's the only reason in my head that I can think Karl-Anthony Towns did not play. But even if that's the case, as a coach, when you need the scoring, you put in the player that's going to give you the scoring. He sat from 9 minutes to 2 minutes and change. And that's not significant to anybody. That's not a problem. The Knicks drop game 2 to the Indiana Pacers, 114-109. Now, as painful as it is for me to say this, Indiana leads this series 2-0. New York, the higher seed, loses home court, loses both games at home. We're now in a 0-2 hole going on the road against the Pacers. The only saving grace that we have here is that the Knicks are 5-1 on the road. We're a very good road team in the postseason. So do we have what it takes to still make this a series? Do we have what it takes to still come back and win this series? I absolutely believe that we can. However, we just made that task about 1,000 times more difficult. But if you know the Knicks, it's just the Knicks way, isn't it? Making something that shouldn't be hard even harder and then trying to attain that. It's always the case. But going back to what we see here, you see the game leaders there. Pascal Siakam, 39 points, 15-23 from the field, 6 of 8 from the free throw line. Jalen Brunson for the Knicks, game leader, 36 points, 13-27 from the field. Made all of his free throws. Going back to what Bagley stated here, though, Indiana takes a 2-0 lead over the Knicks behind 39 points on 15 for 29 shooting from Pascal Siakam. Here's the thing that really sinks my heart, though. Teams who have taken a 2-0 series lead in the conference finals are 76-6. 76-6. I don't have the exact number, but the Knicks starters were a net negative as a unit again in game 2. Entering play tonight, the Knicks starting 5 was a combined -68 in the postseason. That's terrible. That's horrible. All the minutes they've played together, and they're a net negative together. Our most used lineup is a net negative together and probably only got worse after tonight's game. I just want to highlight somebody that needs the recognition because I'm probably not going to be able to get to him later because there's so much negative to talk about that I'm probably not going to get to the positive. So let me get to that now. Mitchell Robinson. Game 1, first quarter, definition, Mitchell Robinson. Game 2, first quarter, definition, Mitchell Robinson. Only there's a bonus here. He played 16 straight minutes for New York. I dropped the video earlier today saying to everybody, closing lineup changes are coming, and likely Mitchell Robinson is likely going to play more minutes because everything is saying that it should happen that way. And even Tom Thibodeau acknowledged that he's likely going to have to go in that direction. And he went in that direction. Mitchell Robinson played the most minutes tonight in the postseason for New York for good reason, because we needed everything that he gave us. He changed the first quarter when he was inserted into the game. Offensive rebounds, block shots, putting that fear in penetrators. How about some lobs? How about some putback dunks? And Indiana was not playing that hack-a-Mitch game, so that means the Knicks kept them out there for as long as they wanted to. And he was a monster. New York must find a way to always play Mitchell Robinson this many minutes or more. And hey, if you want to make a change to the starting unit and you need a game to convince you to do it, this game would convince you to make that move. If game 3 has Mitchell Robinson starting next to Karl-Anthony Towns, you might understand why. Because that man is dangerous in the best ways possible for the Knicks and in the worst ways possible for the opponent. And honestly, Ian Begley says it here. Another strong stretch for Mitchell Robinson and Miles McBride here early in game 2. New York has outscored Indiana by 10 so far with Robinson and McBride on the floor. Entering play tonight, New York had a plus 10.5 net rating in 180 postseason minutes when Robinson and McBride share the court together. What does that tell you? That tells you that that man has an impact that you cannot ignore. Mitchell Robinson can never, ever, 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 ever play 21 minutes only ever again. At the very least, he needs to play 28, 29 minutes. And then the maximum is however much we need to win the game. Another thing is true is that if you were watching that game, that final possession, or one of the final possessions, Josh Hart had a layup off a Brunson pass. It looked like the Pacers were going to turn that ball over. But when you look at the replay, Jalen Brunson is grabbing Aaron Nesmith's jersey, and he had to go to the line and shoot. I can almost promise you that if the Knicks, if New York, if Brunson doesn't pull that jersey, that ball goes out of bounds, it's New York's ball again. And I'm pretty sure we're talking about something different right now. So with Jalen Brunson and Karl-Anthony Towns, obviously, I mean, Jalen Brunson tonight, 39 minutes, 13 to 27 from the field, 5 of 12 from three-point range, 36 points. I mean, he put up another very good game, but Brunson can't do it by himself. Brunson needs help. You want Brunson to score 40 points every night? He needs help. Karl-Anthony Towns. Here are the minutes that Towns played. 28 minutes. 6 of 14 from the field. He only got 14 shots up. 2 of 5 from 3. 20 points with 7 rebounds. That was Karl-Anthony Towns. Now, the 28 minutes, it may sound like a lot of minutes. It may not sound like a bad thing. Until I tell you this. You know how many minutes Mitchell Robinson played? 29 minutes. Mitchell Robinson played more minutes than all-star Karl-Anthony Towns. So with the minutes breakdown, you can see here Mikal Bridges, 45 minutes. OG Anunoby, 36 minutes. Karl-Anthony Towns, like we just spoke about, 28 minutes. Jalen Brunson, 39 minutes. Josh Hart, 29 minutes. Mitchell Robinson, 29 minutes. Cam Payne, 9 minutes. Miles McBride, 25 minutes. Everybody else on the team, they're healthy, but they did not play because it was a DNP coach's decision. But that is your minutes breakdown for tonight. With OG Anunoby, he was way more efficient tonight, but only put up 11 shots, 6 of 11. With Mikal Bridges, he was also very efficient tonight, 9 of 18. A lot of that came in the second half, gave you 20 points with 7 rebounds, 1 of 3 from 3. But again, played 45 minutes, which was the team high. So for the team stats, I'm going to break down the stats that will show you why the Knicks lost this game 2 against the Indiana Pacers. First stat, 3-point percentage. Indiana shot 43%. The Knicks shot 34%. Indiana made 13 of 30. Knicks 11 of 32. And a lot of Indiana shots were uncontested from 3, where they had a lot of space. We got to mention that. From the field, they shot 51%. The Knicks 47. It doesn't sound like a lot, but I assure you it is. So let me just say that as well, too. Now, with the assist number, 26 assists for the Pacers, 18 assists for the Knicks. That, in my opinion, is the main reason New York lost this game. New York cannot win important games consistently if they do not have, on average, 25 assists. Not happening. 18 assists as a team is pathetic. Pathetic. We need to do better as a team. We need to communicate to do that. Where is it? Why are we not talking anymore? Are we really content with going out in the public and continuously saying, yeah, we just don't communicate. Yeah, we just don't talk out there. Yeah, I guess we don't do this. We don't do that. I'm not okay with that. Who would be okay with that? Communicate. You like stats like that? 18 to 26 assists? Fast break points. 14 to 7. To 7. Those stats that we just reviewed are the main reasons why New York, coupled with the fact of benching Karl-Anthony Towns, coupled with the fact we allow Indiana to attack inside, cut inside, shoot open threes, coupled with the fact that they are moving the ball better than us. That's why we lost the game. All of those reasons combined is why we dropped this game 2 to Indiana. And it makes me sick. It physically makes me sick. Okay? I'm sick. 2 games. 2 games at home. I can't believe it. I can't believe this. I can't believe this. Can't. Now, after tonight's game, a lot of people asked me, a lot of people DM'd me, a lot of people contacted me. Some wondering, have I given up on this team? Have I stopped believing? My heart beats with blood that courses through my veins that looks like it's orange and blue. I bleed this. I live this. This is my life. Like a lot of you, this is your life. We don't give up on the things we love and hold dear. This Knicks team has my full belief. If any team is going to get it done, if any team is going to prove everyone wrong and shock the world, it's going to be this Knicks team. I put my money on this Knicks team because every time you count them out and you say they can't do something, they get it done anyways. And even when the task looks like it's impossible, insurmountable, they find a way to get it done anyways. I am going to continue to stay with, rock with, and believe in the New York Knicks. Because for me, that's my way of life. That's the only way I know how to live and operate. And it's believing in this team for 24/7. My faith will never break. You want to break me? You want to break New York? You want to break these fans? Beat us 4 times. 4 times. If you can't do that, then you haven't beaten us. And as long as we have breath to breathe, we will never give up and we will continue to fight. Knock us out if you want to, because we are never giving up. The team isn't. The coaching staff isn't. And the fans aren't giving up either. You want this series? Take it. Because we're not giving up anything. But what about you guys? What do you think about the Knicks dropping game 2 against the Pacers, 114-109? Obviously, not the greatest game, not the game that we wanted, but the silver lining is we're not out yet. We're not done yet. Is it bad? Yeah. It's real bad. It's very bad. But bad doesn't mean over. Bad doesn't mean impossible. Bad just means the road got a little bit tougher. When the road is tough, you put your hard hats on, you get your work bags, you go to work, and you handle business. On Sunday, Game 3, the Knicks were handling business. If you guys enjoyed the show, please do me the biggest favor you can do and smash that like button, leave a comment below, and of course, guys, please subscribe to the channel. Until next time, Knicks fans, take care of yourself, your families, and each other. Peace and love.